Welcome back to another episode of View from the Pen, episode 39, I think it is now. And we have one of the two management duo, Covo Jr. on today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You all good?
Yeah, all good, all good. Frank, you all good?
Right, Joe. All good, mate. All good.
Great stuff. I think we're itching to get onto the result straight away, and I'm not surprised. We'll start with the first team first. Obviously, John, with yourselves. Another win, another 2-0 win. Away
Yeah.
from home, another clean sheet. Cressing, we mentioned last week it wouldn't have been an easy game. I think that was made slightly easier in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and probably unfairly so, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? But I'll take it. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, yeah, we'll keep winning. And to be fair, I think as much as I think sometimes we talk about the goal scorers and stuff, but I think importantly, like how good our defence has been this season. It's another clean sheet, as you say. And considering we sort of patching it up a little bit at times. I mean, Sharkey and Marcus played there on Saturday. You'd think they played their all season, you know. So it's just as important both ends, and I think sometimes them guys don't maybe get the shout out that they deserve. Whereas the top end of the pitch, everybody wants to see goals, don't they? But they've been really good, and you look across the board. I don't even know how many clean sheets that is we've had now. It must be what, 4 or 5, I'd imagine,
Yeah, I
clean
guess
sheets.
so.
I don't
Something
know.
like that, yeah.
So
Here's
it's
a
an
few.
important part for us.
Mm. Yeah, no, can't complain at all. And for anyone that didn't see the result, so first team won 2-0 away from home at Cressing. They got a red card in the first half. As Covo said, he thought it was a little bit unfair. I kind of get both sides. It is unfair, but at the same time, if the player has thrown the ball onto the floor and it's bounced up and hit our player, if our player isn't there, he gets a yellow card. Whereas,
Yeah.
but if because it's hit him, he's giving him a red and things like that, and you say it's unfair, yes. Did he need to do it? Definitely not. The refs he's given the ref a decision to make where it's hit our player, and yeah, that's the refs made the decision, and we can only go from that, can't we?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I mean, they actually finished with 9 men, didn't they, as well? I think right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5 got sent off. I don't know what that was for, but
I think
yeah,
he had a go
again,
at the ref. Yeah,
oh,
he weren't happy, was he?
yeah, I can imagine. To be fair,
But
Yeah.
yeah, no. So,
But I thought,
sorry, Frank.
yeah. No, I was going to say, I thought that it was quite an early red, don't get me wrong, but I thought the writing was on the wall even before the red, to be fair. They
yeah,
they were going very direct and we were the only ones playing football, weren't we?
I agree. And do you know what? That pitch was awful. Let's be honest. I mean, it
Oh,
weren't just bobbly. It was
terrible.
short. It was narrow. You couldn't play football on it. So them sort of going back to front early, I get it because that's probably how they play every week on that pitch. And to be fair, that's how we lined up to go back to front early. We played 2 up top, obviously that game, and yeah. But what I would say is, sorry, just going back to the two lads who played centre half. I think prior to that sending off, the fellow who played up top for them, I think, is decent. But I actually
Yeah.
watched it back and I thought Sharkey and Marcus had already got to grips with how to look after him. And actually, if he'd stayed on the pitch and the game had continued with 11v11, I thought that's looking after him, to be fair. So, yeah, obviously we'll never know, but,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, no, I
you
couldn't
know,
agree more. And as you were saying, Cobo, the defence done really well on Saturday, and I really liked Lewis down the left. I thought Lewis done really well and
Yeah.
going
yeah,
on, and even little runs to take defenders away to give space to attackers that have got it wide. No, it was an all round good performance, and as you say, Sharky playing centre half with Marcus. Obviously, Marcus is natural to be in there or being on one of the side of a three that we know, but Sharky is conventionally left back, and he didn't look out of place. I don't think at all on Saturday. And when you're playing against a big physical boy like that, before he did get sent off, as you say, and you're looking at comfortable, then you can't complain at all. It's no, it was nice to see, definitely.
just be nice if we was a bit more cutting edge, and I think we should have finished them off earlier. Do
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So
I
the
thought
two
Sorter played
corners,
really well, didn't he?
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah, he
Sorter won
did.
everything in the air, didn't he? Against some big, I know he's a big lad, Sorter, but he was up against some big centre halves who you could tell that sort of game was their bread and butter. But Sorter
Mm.
won everything. I think he lost one header. I think he lost one
Yeah,
header. And everything was a flick on and put someone in. He was brilliant when he saw it on
yeah,
yeah, yeah, no,
yeah. No, I agree.
yeah. It's
Sorry, mate.
bit of a mastermind that John putting out front with it.
Salter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
Well, this is it. I don't want to bang on about it, Mike, but I did it last year, and I had everybody question me in the bar after about what the
To
hell I
be
was doing.
fair, yeah, I remember that distinctively.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's done well. Listen, I
Yeah,
had a chat with him last year, and he told me that he used to play as a centre forward. Like, he played most of his career as a centre forward.
yeah,
And I just watched this last year, and I thought, God, we're crying out for a bit of a target man. And then he dropped that into conversation. I thought, oh, okay. And then when we was at the presentation, I had a chat with him and said, right, when you come back in pre-season, this is what we want to do.
yeah.
And he's his words to me was, I'm happy to do it as long as you don't expect me to run too much. I was like, no, I'll find someone to run around you.
yeah,
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah,
I think you've safely got that as well. But no, it's he has. He's obviously we've changed our attack and it's clearly working. We're scoring lots and lots of goals. Obviously Princey we know from last season's was our top scorer and he's continuing to score. But when you've got the likes of Salter chipping in with goals, you've got Tom who we've brought in and chipping in with goals and assists. We had him on a couple of weeks ago. The attack's starting to look a lot more well-rounded and not not one-dimensional, but it got to a point last year. Whereas if Princey
yeah,
wasn't there, for example, you go, "Oh, we're struggling today." But if
yeah. Where's the
Princey's
goals
not
coming
there
from?
this
That's
week,
right.
for example, I'm not saying that we haven't got a game this week, but if Princey isn't there for a week, we've still got others that can come up with goals, and we've got a lot of attacking creativity, a lot more.
yeah, well, that's it. I think obviously you can add Barnsley into that as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
Maybe ain't
Yeah,
quite the season that he wants to have, but that'll come. Do you know,
Mm.
I'm sure it will. But I think really you're looking at those four. Um, Harry Prince, Tom, Harry Salter, and Ross. Once he gets up and firing on all cylinders, I said to him a few weeks ago, I was like, the side that won the league last year and the league before that, the season before that, sorry, both scored 80 goals, and I'm like, I
yeah,
think you four have easily got 20 in your each,
exactly. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah,
they're probably on track for that. Do you know what I mean? So plus other people chipping in here and there always helps. But yeah, those four are the main four that you're looking at to get your goals. So makes life easier, doesn't it? If you've got four people that can do that.
yeah, definitely.
definitely.
Yeah, no, it's going in the right direction as you say on the pitch and going forward, and the results are clearly showing that. Obviously, if anyone didn't see, as that was mentioned before, the two goal scorers, we Salter scored on Saturday again, but right at the end we had another Tommy Brody goal, didn't we? It's
Go on,
ridiculous.
Frank. If you want to say something,
No,
I don't even know
man,
what to
I
say.
just can't believe it. He's unbelievable, isn't he? You've got to give him credit. He is absolute quality. I mean, we all shouted shoot. I mean, the hits weren't massive, but I still the accuracy. I've got to give him credit. I know it's an open goal,
Yeah,
but my God, what a kick!
yeah. No, no, I agree. I thought, like, to be fair, to hit a ball, what's that? I don't know, probably 90, 100 yards,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
It's got to be.
And he's kicking it out of his hands as well. Like
Yes.
I'm not being funny. You see Premier League keepers shanking it out for throw-ons. It couldn't have been any more direct, could it? It was brilliant. Lovely
Yeah.
goal from Son.
Yeah,
I'd just like to take the opportunity, though, to any squad players listening who remain scoring less goals than the goalkeeper. You should be so embarrassed of yourselves. So,
That's free, isn't
well,
it? That's free.
you say
yeah,
that
free now.
Covo. He's
Yeah.
actually up to 11th in our all-time goal scorers, so that is a little bit worrying. But he's overtaken an own goal up to 11th. So yeah, it's
I'm not being funny. He's got a few assists as well, Tommy. I've got to say, he's got a few
Yeah,
assists there. I'm sure.
he's
yeah,
got a
yeah, isn't
couple
he?
definitely. But yeah, so can't he's got four, I believe, Frank.
Has he?
Yeah. So, but no, he's obviously kept a clean sheet and scored. So he probably gets man of the match on that merit. So, but we can't complain. So that was Saturday, very good result for us, and still top of the league, which is great. And yeah, we will get on to next week's games, but we haven't got a game this Saturday, the first team. But yeah, nice week off for the boys and fire again for the week after. So on to the reserves. We spoke last week and we said that they've been given. We believe, I believe anyway. This is my personal opinion that they've been given quite a rough start with the teams that they've played against. They've had 7 games so far, and out of the 6 that they've lost, 5 of those were teams in the top 5 in the league that they've played against. And once again in the cup, they got drawn against Benfleet, who I think were 3rd in the league with a game in hand. And we lost 4-0. It was 1-0 at half time. Obviously, I didn't get to see any of the game because of my current location. But we know that Benfleet are a good side, and although it was a cup game, you don't want to lose any game. But yeah, we feels like we got not stiffed, but we could have had a certainly easier cup draw. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's a shame for him. It's a shame. Again, it's another tough loss, isn't it? Another tough game to play, another tough loss. But we say it every week. I mean, nothing really changes, does it? Like it's going to be hard for them this season. We know that. It's very similar to us at the start of last season. We know we're in for a bit of a tough ride with the reserves this year, and they've just got to try and take. I know it's hard when you're getting thumped in these games, but it's hard. But you've got to try and take lessons from it. That goes for the manager and the players. They've all got to learn. The players are all young, as we've said countless times on the podcast already. They're all young and they've got to try to take some positives out of it. It's very hard, but they've got to try and learn something. And when they get teams around them, because obviously we've got the tough games hopefully out of the way now, when they play teams around them, then they've got to make it count, and take the lessons they're learning in the defeats and try and turn them into 3 points when they do play teams around them. That's the only way they're going to be able to do it. That's what the first team did last year. They had to dig in for a few weeks and get a couple of beatings, and then it came good. And I think it will happen on the reserves, but they've just got to stay calm and keep doing what they do.
Yeah, I agree with you, Frank. I think obviously I probably have the fortunate opportunity to we train next to them guys as well, and I think sometimes we try and get might be one or two involved with us, or like last night for example, we had a little game at the end, but we mixed the two sides, and I think like you can see that they're improving. There's definitely ones in there that if I'd watched them 6 to 8 weeks ago, weren't nowhere near as good. And I'm not just saying that. You can see that the way they are on the ball, they know they haven't got as much time as what they might have had in youth football, all those little bits and pieces, but they're coming together. And even like, let's say last night we mixed them, and I think they're getting to know us and sort of our players a little bit more, and I think that makes them more sort of at home and a bit more comfortable. And yeah, they'll be all right. I promise you, they'll be all right. They could probably do one or two older heads in there, which I think Jim probably knows already. But yeah, they'll be all right, mate. This Saturday as well, I don't know if you know, but obviously with us not having a game, we're going to send a few of ours down to sort of bolster them a little bit. And I think, again, that'll help them as well, just playing with older, better players. Hopefully we'll see an improved version of them. So, yeah, they'll do all right, mate. They just got to stick with it. And I know it's hard, isn't it? I think when you're getting thumped every week, but it will turn.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's inevitable, and as you say, with a couple of players that we can possibly send down and give them a bit of an outlook and a couple of fresh faces, then fingers crossed. You never know.
1 second, boss. My dog is going to go barming. Someone just knocked on my door.
Okay, no problem.
Bear with me.
But Mike, in terms of that, like I say, I completely agree. But the thing is, like what Covo's just saying there, we're sending a couple of the boys from the first team down there this week. That we want the reserves to do well in their own right, of course we do. But ultimately, what it was for the club is we got an opportunity. I mean, we saw Kieran turned out for the first team on Saturday, and he's been there a couple of times now, come up from the reserves. Tommy obviously started in the reserves. We're sending a couple of first team players that maybe are not getting minutes in the first team down. This is what it was all for. Of course, we want the reserves to be getting results every week. That'd be great. But realistically, we all know what a reserve team's there for. It's there to benefit the first team, realistically. The reserve players want to make their way up to the first team, and the first team don't want to be getting sent down to the reserves, but that might be where they prove themselves and get more minutes for the first team. So that's what the reserves are there for. And we're already seeing some benefits from it. Like I say, Kieran and Tommy have made their way up. Ben's come up a couple of times. So we're already seeing some good signs from there, although the results on the pitch haven't been great,
Yeah, no, definitely. I couldn't agree more. And as Cobo said, it is a work in progress, but even when I was there a couple of weeks before I come away, you can see progress week on week. So can't complain, and it will soon, very very soon, turn around. I've got a feeling. So yeah, that was them last week against Benfleet in the cup, and then we'll get on to their game on Saturday in a minute. With the ladies that didn't have a game last week, there was a full round of fixtures, I believe, around them though. So that has slightly changed their league position. They're down to fourth. However, all three teams above them are on 13 points and we're on 11, and we've got a game in hand. So if they win that game in hand, they will go to top of the league, which is very nice. So they're still unbeaten, which is good, and full credit to Irv. Of course, our men's first team are doing very well, but it is the second year of that. But full credit to Irv of coming over for the first season and 5 games unbeaten at the start. I think it's a bit of a dream start for having a ladies team. So that's good on that front. So last week's results: 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss. We'll take it. Just means we're out the cup, not a league loss. So yeah, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. On to this week. As we mentioned, the men's first team haven't got a game. And as Covo mentioned there, we've got a couple of players from the first team playing for the reserves. Now, they are playing away to Basildon Town A team, and that is at the Basildon Sport and Leisure Centre. We was talking about their tough fixtures, Frank, and this is actually 6th. So we've now played 1 to 6 so far. I think we haven't played 7th, 8th, and 9th, or 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th, or whatever it is. We've got a couple of teams at the bottom we haven't played, but these are 6th. So as we say, we've got a couple of players going down, and yeah, I think it should be a fairly even game. I think that's the 3rd team, Basildon Town, I believe, because they've obviously got their first team, then a reserves, then an A side, I think. But yeah, that's not too far away. Obviously, the men's haven't got a game first team, so feel free to pop along to that. Is that at the post office ground, Covo? Do you know?
I believe it is, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that'll be on the social medias. We'll have all the postcodes on there, and yeah, pop down if you can. And you never know, you might see some familiar faces from the first team turning out, and fingers crossed, get a point.
We'll be there as well. I think Kevin Millman will be there as well. So
very nice. Yeah, come and see the management team, the team.
That might keep you away. It might entice you in. I don't know.
Well, a couple of less people go now. Yeah. Yeah. So come and see a couple of boys from the first team play. Have a chat with the first team management. And yeah, that should be a nice day, and hopefully we can get someone out the game. And come back to this podcast next week with a little bit of positive news. That'd be nice. But then the ladies team, so they're playing on Sunday. They are away to Chigwell Women, and that is at Power League at Fairlop Oaks. That's a 2:00 kickoff. They are 1 place below in 5th, so that'll be a tough game. I haven't managed to speak to Irv this week regarding his team and things like that, but I believe they've got the centre back coming back from a suspension. It's either this week or next week, so that will then bolster the team again. They've also had a week off, so I think that could deal with a couple of niggles that they had. So yeah, they'll be back firing this week, and hopefully we'll have a couple of positive results, even if the first team men's aren't playing. So that should be good, shouldn't it?
And we, I need to clear this with your brother. But are we allowed to stream the reserve team game?
I'm not sure. We can check. We can certainly check. That would be good. At least I'd be able to watch it. At least I'll come up to something on a Saturday. Yeah. So I'll speak to Toronto and see what the guideline is. We might have to get permission from parents with under 18s playing if we've got a couple, and just check with their team. But that might be podcast exclusive. We might have the reserves on the video for Saturday. So we'll check with that.
That'd be good.
And by the time this video comes out, should be Friday morning. Then we'll get something on our socials and just confirm that. So that will be good. Might get a couple more viewers, which will be good for the club, of course. So obviously, yeah. So you'll be there on Saturday, Covo. I think that wraps up the fixtures. We've now got a couple of anything else from you boys about this week coming up?
Nothing from me.
No, mate. No.
Good stuff.
Just good luck to both.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. And fingers crossed for a couple of positive results. That'd be nice. So now we've got a couple of questions for Covo. So we asked a few questions at the end of last season with his dad and with Kev regarding a couple of the squad. So I've got a couple of questions similar to what we asked the players, but I've also got something slightly different. So at the end, I'll ask Covo who he believes is we do whole stats for every game that the men's first team play. So I've got the most appearances, the top scorers, and the top assisters. So I'm going to ask Covo if he can name the top 3 of each, and we'll see how many he gets right. Let's hope.
Hey, if you tell me,
Tommy
Brewley, if you tell me Tommy Brewley is the top goal scorer or top assister,
no, it's not. It's all right. I can assure you, it's not. That's all good. Right.
So I'll give up now.
What's that? Sorry.
I said I'll give up now if he is.
Right. We'll start first off with the hard man in the team. If you got someone that you know you're gonna have a bit of an opposition player that it puts himself about, who are you going to put on him to not lamb on him, but give him as good as he gets?
Well, I've done this since he was about 12, so that'd probably be Joey Purdy, I think.
Yeah,
we was telling the story the other week. I'll just expand on that. When I had Purds as a kid, he was the only one whose parent wouldn't mind if I said, Purd, can't leave one on that 12-year-old kid today. All the other parents looked at me a bit like, you're telling my kid to... His old man Tony was always like, yeah, that's fine, no worries.
Yeah.
Like,
how's he stayed looking so pretty then, Covo?
Maybe he's just not very good at it, mate.
Yeah, maybe. Hey.
He's missing him.
Even though he's quick.
Yeah, he does it.
Mate, yeah.
Checks his hair's all good. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, he never got hair out of place. Unbelievable.
Even on that windy day,
he can carry
it was really windy the other week. It still was in like pristine condition. I was like, how is that not?
He knows what he's doing. It's not his first rodeo.
I think he just faces the wind. I think it just blows it into place. I think.
He must face in the right way. And then we'll go on to worst music taste in the squad.
Oh, I don't know.
If you could
I've had to have a word with Milesy a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to pull Milesy a few times, but listen, I don't like to say too much because they'll just be like, oh, you're old now, and I probably am old. So I don't want to give them that cop out. But yeah, I'll say Milesy.
Okay, no worries. And then we'll go on to least intelligent.
Oh.
I do love these, honestly. I do love these.
Who do you boys think?
I'm not getting involved. I'm not on the committee or a player.
You're on that fence. That's it. You're sitting on that fence, mate.
So I've said someone like Lou or Casey.
Yeah,
they're both good laughs, but at the same time they both say some stupid things.
I mean, yeah, they all come out with something every now and then. Zach turned around to us the other day, to my old man, and was like, "Oh, I didn't realise you was part of the oldies, Thurrock." We was like, "Yeah, 20 odd years, mate."
I bet you got
Zach wins it. You know more. Zach wins it. Well done, Zach. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. He's dropped. He's dropped next week. He's dropped if there was a game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's on the bench.
He's in the reserve Saturday.
It's like my old man's face. Like my dad was like, "Yeah, he's like done it for 20 odd years."
Before training, search me up and then come back to me.
That's what you said. I was watching YouTube the other day. There was a video of YouTube taking an East Thurrock game. And my dad was like, "Yeah, I took all of them for 20 years."
100%. That was
he didn't do the. He didn't do. Do you know who I am? Did he, Covo? He's not one of those, is he?
No, well, not this time. He didn't. Frank, I walked past him.
And then we'll go on to most intelligent.
Oh, most. Probably Ray, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we've had that.
Fair shout, Ray.
Yeah, he looks it, doesn't he? He just looks it. Looks intelligent.
Yeah.
Gives off some intelligent vibes, even if he's not.
Yeah. That perception.
Yeah. No, that's fair. We've had that a good few times. That's a good shout. Then we'll go on to slowest player.
As in speed, or
yes. Speed. Yeah.
You got to go Harry Salter, and I think, bless him.
Yeah. Well, I'd put him up against Casey. I think that'd be a tight race.
No, see, I've got a different opinion because I think when Casey gets up and running,
when he gets going,
his acceleration is horrendous.
100%. When he gets going, but it's not off him. It's not an Olympic at the blocks. Let's put it that way.
No, he needs a 20-yard head start, but then he's all right.
Yeah, fair. I'll give you that. No, we'll take Salter. That's fair. And then quickest.
Oh, do you know what? I think if you'd asked me last season, I would have said Bailey. But I think now it feels like there's quite a few in there that are quite quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pace.
Yeah.
I'll still go Bailey anyway, just because it's tried and tested. But I would imagine if we ran at a race again tomorrow, he might not win it like he did last season.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout. There's a lot.
You know what?
More pace.
I might get him to do another race again, Mike. So
Yeah,
that'd be good.
We'll get it sorted.
I like that.
Be interesting.
Yeah, no, we'll get that set up. That sounds like a great shout. And then next one is penalty to save your life. Who's taking it?
You probably got to go Princey, ain't you?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah.
Season game is pretty safe, isn't it? Doesn't matter if you're missing pre-season, but hasn't missed so far in regular season, has he?
And to be fair, mate, he's hitting them like top corners, and they're not safe
on all sorts.
Bit of pace,
both, everything.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Yeah, no, good shout. And then this is a tough one. Best East Thurrock moment so far. So far overall, and so far this season. Why don't you give a couple?
This season, you probably got to go Owen's goal, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goal this season.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't know. There's a few, isn't there? To be fair, obviously, there was the cup game league game last year where Tommy scored the header.
Yeah.
When
that was short again, wasn't it?
And to be fair, Princey scores an unbelievable free kick in that game, which completely got overshadowed.
100%.
That was great.
Do you know what? It's probably the obvious one. You have to go the first win, don't you?
Yeah. It's good, wasn't it?
It'd been tough, and I think, like I might have said before, Mike, but I think probably especially for me, Kevin Melman at the time, that was tough going through that. And getting that first win under your belt, just not even just the fact that you've won, it was like the relief of pressure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll go back.
Very good shout. Right, that's the end of the normal questions. So now we're going to move on to the stats. So with the appearances, there's 2 players that are tied at the top, and there's 2 players that are tied for third. The 2 at the top are on 37, and the 2 that are third are on 35. Can you give me the 4 players, or give me a go at giving the 4 players? Frank, you can try this as well if you want.
I'd say Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's one of the top.
Yeah, that's where I'd have gone.
One of the top ones, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And he's tied with... God. Not Harry Prince.
He's there, but he's not. He's one of the tied thirds.
Right. Okay.
So you've got 1 tied third left and one tied top left.
I will go Dixie.
No. Both have been mentioned already today.
The keeper's got to be one, isn't it? Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Tommy's tied at the top, so you've got tied third left.
Ray.
No.
Not Faith.
No, he's already been mentioned.
Maybe Bailey. Maybe it's Bailey.
Yeah,
Bailey
there you go. Frank's got it.
There you go.
Bailey's third. Yeah.
Bailey, yeah.
Yeah. So you got Tommy, Tommy and Bobby. What's that? Sorry.
Yeah, but
he was here from the first game last year. All tatters up.
Hey, I've got to stop giving him grief now.
You keep using him.
I dropped him out of the squad last week because he's on holiday too much.
Yeah, you're never available, Bailey.
Yeah,
just the top appearance, mate.
Yeah. He'll be watching this and be like, about that.
And he's so polite, he didn't even correct you, Covo.
Yeah. Lovely kid, isn't he?
Right, so that's the appearances done. You've done pretty well there between the 2 of you. I've now got top scorers 1, 2, and 3. This is this season and last season.
Oh, Harry Prince.
Yep, he's won.
This season and last, I'll go Ross Barnsley.
2, yep. Who's number 3?
Tom.
Well, 1.
Oh, yeah. the one who should score. That one.
Sorry, Barnacle, yes, in third. So Princey's on 22, Barnsley's on 9, and Tommy, obviously only been here this season, is on 7. So Tom,
Thurrock can't be far behind though. He's got a few this season, hasn't he?
no, he's on
And
6.
last.
So yeah, he's top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
very good.
yeah, so that is very good. And then we've got onto the assists. We've got one player on 8, and then we've got 2 players tied on 7th. On 7, sorry.
Oh, in Dixie.
He's one of the 2 tied on 7.
Is he really?
Yep.
I'll put Harry Salter again.
No, I think he's 4th.
Is he?
As well. So he's done well there.
Frank? Any ideas? Not. I wasn't saying Frank's top
I was going to say me. Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe if you want to give shouting as an assist, I'd say Princey again. He's got to be out there.
Yeah, tied 2nd. It's just the top.
Yeah.
Top one.
Who takes corners? No.
I don't score corners, mate.
Good thinking. Who takes corners, Frank? Who takes corners, Covo?
Milesy, doesn't he?
There you go. Frank's got it.
There we go, yeah.
Milesy's top. Free kicks and corners. It helps. Last contact.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be direct assist. Last contact. Milesy takes it.
He bubbles about a bit.
Yeah. So Milesy top on 8.
He scuffs most of his set pieces, though.
Was that sorry?
He scuffs them.
Well, yeah, that's last contact still.
He's tricking the defenders, mate. He's tricking the defenders. They're expecting full contact.
Yeah. They're all going to that back post. He's scuffed into the near one.
Yeah. Nice. I think you've done pretty well there. You've got to be proud of yourselves. There was I sprung that on you a little bit, but you done pretty well between the two of you. So that wraps up all the questions.
There we go.
We spoke about last week's fixtures. We talk about last week's results. This week's fixtures, and we've done a little bit of Covo's intel and a little bit of Frank's help with the stats so far. So I think that just about wraps up this week. Has anyone else got anything to say?
Tonight about the Indian?
Yes,
do you want to mention?
It won't be out. So
yes, mate.
There'll be plenty of people that have gone. The episode won't be out by the time it goes, but we've got a night at Monty's tonight. So hopefully plenty of people will be there. We'll try and include a couple of videos of karaoke if we can get it on in time. If not, that'll be on next week's episode. So you never know. Are you going, Covo?
Yeah, I'll be there, mate.
Are you singing?
I'll be there.
Yes. I'll be getting a video.
Of course it is.
Great stuff. Okay. Well,
I'm there. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing that. Great stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you very much for coming on. We'll see you next week.
Cheers, boys.
See you all.
See you later.
Ta-ta.